Hi everyone, this is Edmund with an introduction to Traffic Planet Hosting for people who are looking for a fast and affordable WordPress hosting service. If you have any questions, you can find me at imlicious.com. And as this video is quite long, I've broken it down into different sections in the video description below. Hence, you can visit the section that's of interest to you by clicking on the timing to help you save time. And for people who want to know more about Traffic Planet Hosting, you can check out my complete review at imlicious.com/traffic-planet-hosting, or just simply click the link that I have in the video description below to get started. So now I'm actually at the homepage of Traffic Planet Hosting. If you want to register a domain with them, you can do so here as well. If you don't want to, you can just pick the plan that you want and get started with it. Okay, so in this example, I'm going to register a domain with them so that I can pick a hosting for the domain later on. So in this case, I'm just going to register a domain known as FabResults, and I'm going to look for the .com extension. So here you can select either you want to register .net, .org or .co.uk. So these are the 4 domain extensions which are being supported right now. So I'm going to pick .com, and you'll be glad to know that you can get a free whois protection when you register a domain, and that's a limited time offer. So I'm going to go ahead to click on search. So you can see that fabresults.com is available, and it's only $9.99 for 1 year, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to click order now. So after you have selected the domain that you want to register, the next thing you got to do is just order hosting with this domain, or you can use your own name servers. It's totally up to you. So I'm just going to click order hosting with this domain. So here there are 3 plans available. The first one is actually the business plan, which is $24.99 per month for up to 5 WordPress sites. And if you have a big business, you might want to use the professional plan, which is priced at $99 per month for up to 25 websites. So this is really an excellent deal, especially for people who have big businesses. Otherwise, the $24.99 is pretty good to get started with. And of course, they offer VPS hosting, which is coming soon. So in order to get started, I'm going to pick the business plan. So here you can choose your billing cycle. You can either choose the $24.99 per month, or you can choose to pay on an annual basis, which is about $250. So in this case, you'll get to save about $50 per year, which is excellent. So in this example, I'm just going to stick with the monthly plan. I believe you can upgrade to the annual plan later on. So I'm going to stick with the monthly plan. As this service is quite new, I haven't found any promotional code for it, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then I'm going to click continue. So here you can select the payment method that you want. You can either pay via credit card or PayPal. So in this case, I'm just going to stick with PayPal since I've already got an account with them. And because you're using this service for the first time, you have to pick new client. Otherwise, if you have used this service in the past and you want to use it for future purchase, you can click on already registered. So all you got to do is just key in your email address and the password to log in to complete the payment, basically. Because we're new, we just stick with new client. So here you can either select personal or organization account. So I'm just going to stick with personal account. Here you'll be required to key in all your details along with your password. Right, so after you have filled in all the key information, you'll be required to key in the image verification. So after you are done, you can just click on checkout. So right now you're actually being redirected to the PayPal gateway. So here you can see there's a receipt saying Traffic Planet Hosting invoice 1014 34.98 for the first month and $24.99 for each month. So this is basically for the web hosting service. So in order to complete the transaction, you just key in your password. So after you're done with the password, you can just click on login. So here you just have to click agree and pay. Okay, so after you have completed the payment, you'll receive an invoice mentioning that you have paid for the service. So here you can download the PDF. I'm just going to click on download to keep a copy of the invoice. So after you're done with the downloading, you can just click back to client area. So this is how the dashboard of Traffic Planet Hosting looks like. There are 2 options here. One is the WordPress hosting and one is domains. If you want to manage your domains, you can just click on manage. So here you can either order more domains, or you can just click on list my domains. As you can see, I've already got 1 domain here. You can see that I've registered this domain on the 26th of December, which is today, and then the expiry date is exactly 1 year later, and the status active, and of course the auto renewal is on. So here you can choose the settings as well. You can either manage your domain, add years to it, or renew it, change your contact information, set the auto renewal, lock the registrar, or even change your name servers if you decide to switch to another hosting account. So that basically it for the domains section, and then we move on to the WordPress hosting section. So here you can see that I've already got 1 domain listed under the business account, and I can add 4 more domains. Here you can see that it's active, and the billing cycle is based on a monthly basis at $24.99, and the next due date is on the 26th of January. That's exactly 1 month later. Under the settings, you can select service management or request cancellation. So if you click on service management, you'll be brought to this page. So this is basically an overview of your service details, and if you move down, this is basically the username, and of course you can see the password as well along with the root password. It's basically the same password, and you want to reset the password, you can click here and then click on reset password to do that. Here you'll be able to view your name server details as well. So there are basically 2 servers here and the IP address. Under the disk and bandwidth usage, you'll be able to see how much disk space you have used. And under the manage websites, so here you can select subdomain or top level domain, and then this is basically the existing websites here. So here you can email your users as well. Of course, you can do an email forwarding along with managing your database. Of course, you can request cancellation as well. So that's basically it for the service management. Under the summary, there are a few quick links here. You can either open a new support ticket, add funds to your account, manage your contacts, allowed IP access, meaning that you can block certain IPs. Of course, you can go to the knowledge base to read up on this service if there are anything that we are not sure about. So under my services is basically a shortcut to the WordPress hosting and the domains section, and of course my account here, you can edit all the necessary details here, and of course there's live help. Now I'm going to show you how to install WordPress with FTP using FileZilla for the website that you have hosted with Traffic Planet hosting, since the one-click WordPress installation is still not available yet. So in order to install WordPress with FTP, you have to download FileZilla first. So you can just check out this URL, filezilla-project.org, to download the FileZilla client. So in this case, you can just click on the link here to start downloading the software. So just click on download now. Okay, so after you have downloaded FileZilla, you have to download WordPress as well. That is the latest version. You can just go to wordpress.org/download/ to download the latest version of WordPress to be installed for your website. I'm just going to click on download WordPress 3.8 right now. So I'm just going to wait for them to download, and I'll pause the video and come back again. So right now you can see that inside my folder install WordPress, I have the FileZilla installation file as well as the WordPress 3.8. That is the latest version of WordPress. You have to unzip the WordPress folder before you can actually upload it to your FTP account. So here you can just click extract to WordPress 3.8, and then you'll start extracting. Okay, so while it's extracting, you can just double click on this .exe file to install FileZilla. So this is how FileZilla looks like after you have installed it. So here you have to key in the host address of the server. This is basically your domain name. So you can just copy the domain and just paste it under the host section. And of course the username would be the login details. So this will be your FTP username. In this case, mine is FabResult. So I'm just going to copy and paste it here, and of course the password can be retrieved from there as well. So you can just click here to show password, copy the password, and then copy and paste it here, and just click quick connect. So you can see that the directory listing was successful. Under this section, you have to go to public_html to install the WordPress for your site. So under this section, all you got to do is just import the WordPress files into this column here. So you just look for the folder. In this case, mine is install WordPress. I'm just going to double click here. Then under this section, just open it up. Open this section as well. So after you have clicked on the folder, you have to drag Ctrl+A to select all these files and just drag it to this section here. Here they'll start to upload the files. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and wait for it to upload everything. Okay, so after you have uploaded all the WordPress files to your public_html folder, all you got to do is just open a new browser and visit your domain name. So in this case, you have got a page whereby they actually tell you to create a configuration file. Okay, so all you got to do is just click on create a configuration file. Under here, you can just click on let's go. Okay, so the database name can be retrieved from your Traffic Planet hosting account. So just log in back to this section and just go to manage databases, and under here you can just copy this database name and just paste it under here. So for the username, you can just copy the username from your welcome email. In this case, mine is FabResult. So you can just copy it here, and then the password is shown there as well. You can just copy the password and just paste it here, and the rest you can just leave it as it is. So after you're done, you can just click on submit, then click on run the install. Okay, so here you'll be required to enter your site title, your username, and of course your password. The site title, in this case, I'm just going to leave it as web results. And of course the username would be a unique username that you can choose. In this case, you can include the alphanumeric characters. Do not use Edmund, okay, because Terry has actually mentioned that you have to use a unique username. So in this case, I'm just going to pick something that I can remember. I'm just going to blur it out. Okay, so after you have selected your username, you will be required to enter your password. Okay, you are required to enter a strong password. So after you have entered the password, you'll be required to enter your email. So in this case, I'm just going to pick my normal email account. Okay, so after you enter your email, and under this section, you can just leave it as it is because you want the search engines to index this site. So after you're done with all these details, you can just click install WordPress. Now you'll receive a success confirmation page mentioning that your WordPress has been installed. So all you got to do, just click on login. Okay, so here you'll be required to enter your username and your password to confirm that WordPress has been installed. So now that you see that I've logged into my account already, that means that the WordPress is working well. And if you go to visit site, so there's nothing here because I haven't included any posts or add any pages yet. That concludes the entire WordPress installation. If you have any questions, just visit me at imlicious.com and I'll be willing to help you out. So with that, this is Edmund signing off. I wish you all the best in your online business. Thank you for listening and goodbye. See ya.